Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new around here, I'm Shay. I'm a hormone and life coach. It's a pleasure to meet you. My mission in this world is to simplify menstrual and fertility health for driven millennial women so that they can feel good in their body, have symptomless cycles, pain-free periods, and create their dream life from a place of space and ease while feeling radiant and magnetic in their body. It is one of my favorite things to do because it is literally the transformation that I gave myself. So welcome to another Menstrual Monday video. I'm so excited for today's video. But before we dive in, I want you to make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you turn on that little notification bell so that you know whenever a new video comes out. I so look forward to serving you. Connect with me on Instagram if you haven't already. My name is up there in the corner, and come say what's up. I would love to play with you in that world as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. Okay, if you watched my video last week, definitely go check it out. It is a Q&A series that I am currently doing. I have a lot of different women reaching out to me or my clients that are just asking me questions all the time. Like, how do I know if this PMS symptom is normal or not? How do I know if I have a hormonal imbalance? How do I know what to eat for my cycle? What do you do when something happens? So this video series is really to answer all of the common questions that I've been receiving lately. And today I am specifically going to be talking about birth control. So somebody asked me over the weekend what my personal opinion was on the IUD and birth control, and how did I feel about it when it came to women's hormones, and how do they know if birth control or the IUD is affecting their hormones, and what can they do about it? So with that being said, it is quite a layered answer, and so I really want to empower you to be able to know the information that's going to allow you to make the best decision for your long-term health goals. And then of course, what is your short-term goals when it comes to your health? Because I am not you, so I personally don't feel that it is up to me to tell you what to do or not do when it comes to birth control. However, I am here to equip you with the information that best allows you to make an informed decision. That is the thing that really gets me. In today's Western medicine world, I do not believe that doctors mean to do harm, but I also believe that doctors are not deeply educated on women's hormonal systems. I believe they're educated enough to be able to diagnose a symptom, but not necessarily diving deep into what's going on. And if you've been following me for a little while, or you come play in my world on Instagram, I talk about all the time how women are left out of the nutritional system, women are left out of the medical system, women are just left out of healthcare in general because we have such unique endocrine systems. And because of that, it makes the way that we respond to medicine, it makes the way that we respond to diets, respond to anything very, very different. We do not function on what is called the circadian rhythm, which is that 24-hour clock that men do. So living in a very patriarchal society, unfortunately, there's a lot of work to do when it comes to women's health. Therefore, I do not feel that vast majority of people having conversations with their doctors are getting all of the information and all of the research and all of the truth and honesty that they can receive. And I know this because it's been my experience, it's been my clients' experience, and I know it's been friends' experiences. So if it wasn't an issue in the world, I believe that we wouldn't be having this problem. We probably wouldn't be having this conversation at all. So when it comes to birth control, there is a lot of research and long-term study that shows how it can affect women's hormonal patterns, how it can affect women's fertility. However, you ask most doctors and they're not going to tell you the complete and honest truth. And that's not entirely their fault. It's just how the system works, unfortunately. But I am here to break that status quo and that stigma and have a real honest conversation with you. So let's talk about it. So first and foremost, I want you to check in and do a body scan. Does your body feel generally healthy? the birth control pill specifically is very known to screw up the microbiome. So if you're having weird digestive issues, or you're having weird skin issues, or you feel like you're constantly bloated or very heavy in the bottom half of your body, most likely it could be your birth control. And so if you've tried all the different dietary changes that you need to do, and you take care of yourself, and you're making all of these healthy choices, yet you're having digestive issues, that is one telltale sign that your birth control pill could be screwing with you. The second thing is if you specifically take the mini pill. So the mini pill is a progesterone only pill. It's something that I personally took when I was on the birth control pill, because the combination pill really messed up my emotional patterns and was making me a little bit erratic and crazy. Another telltale sign there that birth control pill was not normal. However, my doctor normalized my symptoms very much and was very dismissive of it. So I switched to the mini pill. And when I switched to the mini pill, it stopped my period altogether. So there's a couple things that I want to clarify, because this was a question that was asked when I posted my video about birth control. Was I misinformed that you do still ovulate on the birth control pill? So there's caveats to this. The combination pill, meaning the birth control pill that specifically has estrogen and progesterone mixes that are synthetic, do stop you from ovulating. Therefore, your eggs just essentially become dormant, in my personal opinion, and from the research that I've done and teachers above me, your eggs do not thrive in that environment. They're basically dying, but they don't tell you that. And that's why so many women have fertility issues coming off of the birth control pill, or have hormonal issues coming off of the birth control pill. And then the second thing is, if you're on the mini pill, you do ovulate, but it really thins out the uterine lining, therefore the egg can't stick, and that's why you don't get pregnant. But there's a slew of other things that can potentially be harmful to the body over long-term use. So those are some things that you can keep in mind when it comes to making a decision on staying on your birth control pill specifically. Those are the two that I've studied the most and I'm well versed with, but any of the other ones, definitely look, what are the risks, and decide for yourself, is that something that I want to risk for the long term of my health? Because what if it's not reversible? Or what if it delays my goals of getting pregnant when I'm ready to have a family? Or what if it's masking my other hormonal issues? You have to think about the future, the long term, not just right now, because even though you may benefit right now, it may not benefit you in the future. And you have to ask yourself, at what cost am I willing to do this to my body and long-term health for the long-term goals and vision of what I desire in my life, when there are other answers nowadays and there are other ways? And that is why I do the work that I do, to equip you with all the other ways that you're able to have all the things that you want short-term and long-term, because that's the vision I have for each and every single one of you. Okay, so the next thing I want to address is the IUD. There's the IUD and the copper IUD, and there are many pros and cons to both. One of the most common things that happens, though, to everyone that I know has had an IUD, and my clients that have transitioned off of the IUD, is that it stops your period altogether, or you have wonky, irregular periods, or you have really heavy, horrible periods. None of that is normal, and although it is a common side effect, it is not normal. I really want to land for you is that although your symptoms may be common and it's happening to many women, it doesn't make it normal and it doesn't make it okay. And this is where I mean that our society has programmed all of these painful irregularities of birth control, of IUD, of having a cycle as like this normal thing, when really you're meant to feel good in your body. Your period is an indicator. It is the fifth vital sign saying that you as a woman are healthy, you're thriving, the longevity of your life is doing well. It's not just this bleed, it is so much more. I have a video that talks about the 6 key systems that our menstrual cycle affects, and for women that's so important. And a big one is stress response, immune system, digestive, of course your reproductive organs, your brain health, all of it matters. So just because things are common and whatnot, it doesn't mean that you get to overlook it. And I think that's the problem in our society lately, is for women especially, these painful, horrible symptoms have become so normalized, even joked about, to the point that women don't even think there's another way. And that's what breaks my heart, and that's what I want to change. So I definitely want you to take the time to think, like, is there a symptom that I commonly have? And maybe that's not normal. Is there something that I've asked my doctor about, but it's been dismissed? Am I noticing anything in my body that just doesn't feel natural? Because quite often that's going to be an indicator that the birth control pill is affecting you. And whether or not you think it is or isn't affecting you, it is on a very subtle term. I was one of those women who was just like, oh, my birth control doesn't affect me. But little did I know that not having a period wasn't normal. Little did I know that when I was on the combination pill that I wasn't ovulating and the bleed that I was having was fake. I didn't know any of that information. But from the outside looking in, everything else in my health and my body seemed normal. But when I got off of the birth control pill, I realized like, holy cow, I feel so insanely different. I felt like so numb, so robotic. My digestion system improved, my acne improved. So much about my health improved coming off the pill, and I did it in a very gradual way. I prepared my body to do so. I transitioned off of the pill in a way that I knew wasn't going to stress or shock my system because I did my research, and then I became very well educated on it, and now I teach others to do the same. So I highly suggest that you check out all my other videos. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Let me know what other questions you have down below, or DM me on Instagram. I love to have those conversations so that I can continue this Q&A series and fully equip you to make the most informed decision. Now that you understand how birth control or the IUD could potentially be affecting you and how to decide for yourself on what to make for the best decision, I highly encourage you to just tune in. What are your long-term health goals when it comes to your fertility health, your menstrual health, and your overall health and well-being? To me, I really like to preventative steps, and that's why I teach the things that I do. If you're at all interested, my program does begin next month, February 2022, if you're watching this. So make sure to reach out to me if it interests you to become a part of the program. I really go deep into the nitty-gritty details, and if you're someone wanting to transition off of the pill, I do talk about that and teach you the best way to do that as well. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely hit that like button. Comment down below, what was your biggest takeaway? How do you feel? How does this conversation land in your system? I would love to hear about it. And I'll catch you very soon on the next video. Definitely check out the talk show Being Human if you haven't already. And sending you all so much love. I'll see you very soon.